going on, everybody? And welcome to VGXD Movie Reviews. I'm Charles.
I'm Jen.
So, we just seen The Batman.
Yep.
From 2022, just came on Blu-ray, DVD, and 4K.
Yep.
So, you physical collectors out there, if you want to check out Batman, it's on Blu-ray and physical media now.
Yep.
Or you could stream it. I believe it's on probably HBO Max, the streaming networks. We're more DVD, Blu-ray people here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know it's on Redbox.
Yep. Check it out at Redbox. We picked it up at Redbox.
Yep.
And wow, I was actually pretty surprised.
Yeah, I was as well, actually. I was kind of not too sure if it was going to be any good or not.
I thought it was going to suck.
Yeah, Charles was like, this is going to be horrible, but I still have to see it because it's Batman.
Well, the trailer looked terrible. Remember we seen the theater
mm-hmm.
in the theater, and I was like, it looks like a Netflix kind of movie.
Yeah, the trailers honestly did not do its justice. This movie was extremely well played out. I liked everything about it. There was a few small spots, where it was real slow, but that's where you get your story, your storyline.
Correct.
So,
I don't know, I'm a huge Batman fan, but even this movie did not, draw me. When I seen the trailer is supposed to sell you to go to watch the movie.
Oh, yeah, easy. And for me, the trailer did not sell, I feel. I don't think they did a very good job trying to sell the movie.
It just looked kind of corny. It looked like a Netflix type thing. And then, eventually it came out, and we were thinking about seeing it, and my buddies of mine dude, don't go see it.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, don't see it, it's not worth your money, it's not worth your time, and we're like, yeah, but it's Batman,
right.
We still have to see it.
And I swear, some of my buddies were like, wait for it on DVD, don't, and I waited, as big of a Batman fan, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Dark Knight Rises, a Justice League Snyder cut, hated it, I thought it was boring. So I'm like, I don't know, I love Batman, but I waited on this one, we slept on this one.
Yeah.
But we just watched it. I loved it.
I thought it was extremely well done. I loved it as well.
I really liked it. So, let's talk about the movie now. We're going to go with characters, plot, action, all that good stuff. So, let's talk about characters.
Okay.
Characters. Okay. What did you think about I don't know his name. He's from Twilight. Do you remember his name?
Edward something?
I know he's from Twilight.
I think it's Edward.
And that's the main reason I was not interested in this. It was supposed to be Ben Affleck. I'm like, my boy Ben, where's Ben? He screwed up. He got into drugs. I get it. So they had to go with another guy. Personally, I would have waited till Ben got his life together, then did it with him.
Right, because he was a really good Batman. I did really
was perfect.
I did really like Ben Affleck as Batman. But I think the new Batman, Edward, I think he did a good job too. Especially the dark. I think he pulled it off. But I think I still prefer other Batmans, personally.
True. I didn't know what to think of him. I'm like, is he going to be emo? I heard he's emo in this one. He's like the Crow.
Right.
And I do like the dark emo, goth stuff, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, Bruce Wayne's supposed to be Bruce, tough,
right, big and
rich.
Beefy. He wasn't really, he had some muscle, but it was not beefed out
No,
I would have expected him to be.
This is not the Bruce Wayne we're used to. He hates the world, he's goth, he looks like the Crow. Which, at first, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this. But I actually liked it. I thought it was different. It was something new. Not the same old crap.
Right.
So, I'm like, he was a good actor. He had the serious tone. He didn't sound like, a demon, the Nolan. He had the dark tone, but he didn't overly do it like Christopher Nolan's trilogy,
Right.
So, I'm going to say I liked him. So, you say you liked him?
Yeah.
He is kind of scrawny though, but
he was a little scrawny, but I still enjoyed it. I think I still liked him as Batman.
And who else? Oh, you
have the Penguin. You have the Riddler.
Did you like Penguin?
I liked Penguin. Yeah, I thought he was very dark, very corruptive. He was very angry and had that persona against him. It's not the one with Danny DeVito, though. Danny DeVito just made it so scary looking. His whole personality and his, the way he looked was just very creepy-ish. This new Penguin, like, he was scary looking and he was dark, but not as dark as I was expecting it to be. Like, he was good, but
I liked him because he was like a fat Italian guy.
Yeah.
I was like, that fits. I like that.
Yeah.
That's different. I like it. So.
I guess I was just expecting him to be, like, in the sewers and, like, you know, spitting black blood out of his mouth. You know, I guess that's kind of what I was expecting, because that's what the old Penguin was. But I also have to remember this is a new movie. This is a completely different setting, you know, different people. So, I don't know. I enjoyed him. I thought he did a really good job.
I agree.
As Penguin, so.
Riddler, I thought Riddler was pretty good.
Riddler was good.
At first, I didn't know what to think. I'm like, like, Jim Carrey was always my favorite Riddler.
Yeah.
It's hard to top him to me. I always thought Jim Carrey was... So, we're going back to Riddler. I'm like, man, I really like Jim Carrey, so you're going to have to top that guy.
I know.
So, Batman Forever is still my favorite Batman movie. So.
Mine as well.
So, at first, he's wearing the mask. He's like a psychopath. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me like a serial killer, but it was different. He was psycho. He did a great job. So, I like Riddler.
He did do a good job, yes.
Oh, someone's calling here.
Oh,
No, Mark, we can't answer right now. You're going to have to wait till later, boy. I mean, Riddler was good, though. I mean, and Catwoman, what did you think about Catwoman?
I liked Catwoman. To me, she resembled a lot like Halle Berry. She was good, but I felt like they could have done better, at least with her costume and wearing the mask type stuff. Like, I felt like she was uncovered the whole time. Like, it's like, you know, you're not supposed to be out in the open like that. You're supposed to be more hidden. Like, no one's supposed to know who you are, you know? And I felt like she didn't do that, like, in this one. I thought she was very pretty. She was hot. You know, as far as moves, action, she was really good in those areas. But as far as, like, the costume, I feel like they could have done better.
Yeah, she didn't wear the mask, like...
She wore it in some spots, but...
Isn't she supposed to be hidden?
I feel like most of it, she wasn't even wearing it. Like, she was just dressed up as something else. Like, some, like, bartender thing. And I'm like, what the heck? You know, like, it was strange.
I don't know.
That was a little
She looked
different.
exactly like Halle Berry.
She looked a lot like Halle Berry.
She could have been her twin.
Yeah, or kid. Could have been her kid.
So, I really have no complaints with, characters here. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. I think they all did a really well job, especially as a compilation. Like, everyone together worked together really well as a team. I think that was good.
So I have no complaints. I mean...
I enjoyed it.
Commissioner Gordon, like, Alfred, like, they were all pretty damn good. Like,
Yeah.
I was shocked. Like, this whole movie, I'm like, this is fucking good.
Yeah.
So
I, like, have to ask him, like, what do you think so far? What do you think so far? Because I knew he was, like...
critical on Batman.
Very critical and very contemplating, like, do we even want to watch this? I don't know. Like, he's like, if I'm going to like this, like, if I watch this and I hate it, like, it's going to piss me off. So I was like, do you like it? Do you like it?
So, I damn well enjoyed it. So
I did too.
I don't got much complaints with characters here.
I don't know.
Very good acting.
As far as favorite characters, if I had to have a favorite, I'd probably say either Batman or the Penguin was my two favorites.
I agree. All right, so let's now go into action. I wouldn't say this is like a super action-packed Batman because it kind of is here and there. It kind of dabbles with it.
Right, it's back and forth.
It's more detective work. A lot of talking, but it keeps you interested. If you're into the DC Universe Batman, you're gonna be interested. It's Batman. It's not overly done where it's boring, you know. Because I've watched some boring ones like Batman versus Superman.
Right.
And that was too much, a little bit too much talking there. But this is actually a dark tone. It's interesting. The action's there. There's my favorite part was the car scene. Oh, by the way, we're gonna be talking about spoilers, so spoiler alert.
So if you haven't seen it, you want to.
You might not want to watch this video.
Might not want to watch
There's a car scene in this. It's insane. There's like the rain coming down. The penguins like going a million miles an hour. Batman does the fucking jump over with the Batmobile. The Batmobile returns in this, by the way, and it's pretty cool. Looks like a tank, but that's the new Batmobile.
Right,
like
they're gonna
now.
switch it up every...
I personally prefer the car Batmobile. That's my favorite. I don't know why it's a tank now, but whatever. I get it. It's the new age. It's got to be
Yeah, it's more modern. They gotta be updated with the
Well,
new
there's some good
things.
action. Batman's doing the fighting still in the movie. You got the fight scenes. You got the batarangs. You got the This is Batman. This is definitely Batman.
Right.
So action, it's not like an overpacked Batman movie like Batman Forever or something like that, but it's there. It's there.
There's quite a bit of action in it, and I enjoyed all of it, like the moves and the back and forth. Like they're like working together as a team, like fighting off people. Like to me, I really enjoyed all the action. I thought it was really well played out.
All right, so action. I mean, no complaints.
No.
Not really. There's not many complaints in this review.
No.
Well, let's go to the story here. Well, the story. Maybe we should have said that first, but whatever. We're gonna talk about the story. So, if you want, I can read it on my phone right here for you guys. Check out this. Oh, I already turned off my phone. Never mind. Because Mark was calling me. Well,
Hey,
basically,
Mark.
the story is the Riddler's out to get the world.
Yeah.
Batman has to save the day. Typical Batman stuff. And he's psychotic, the Riddler, and he's got to do vengeance and justice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Batman type stuff. So the main enemy here is the Riddler.
Yeah.
So Penguin's also in the movie, as we said, and Catwoman.
But they were more entangled. They weren't really like the
They're
main
kind of like
focus.
side, you know.
Yeah.
This is mainly Riddler here. And Riddler is psychotic. He's doing all the riddles. Kind of gives you the vibe of Batman Forever. The cards. He's opening up the cards. He's reading it. Like, it makes you think, like, what's this guy up to?
Right, like you're trying to figure out the clues and what he's expressing.
And I like that because it reminded me, Riddler's one of my favorite villains. So, I mean, it's typical Batman stuff. If you've never watched a Batman, or if you've watched a Batman movie, you should kind of get the vibe here, you know?
Right.
It's definitely Batman. You know, he's got to save the day, and he's a vigilante, and
Exactly.
Batman, I don't know, Batman's always been kind of like, the world, like, he's the hero, but he's a vigilante, so they also kind of like, the cops are like, what are you doing here? This is our job.
Yeah,
Get
they
out
kind
of
of
here.
look down on him in a way, and it's like, dude, he's like on the same side as you. Like, he's fighting off criminals. He's actually helping you, helping your job. Like, and these guys kind of like really treat him like shit.
Like he's a freak in the bat suit.
Like he's a freak, or he's just as much of a villain as the rest. You know.
If you think about it, though, if you're a cop in real life, would you want some guy in a bat suit helping around? Like, who the hell are you?
It would be odd. I'm not gonna lie, it would be odd. But I mean, if this guy is legitimately helping and actually taking out bad guys, I don't think I would look down on him.
Right. So I mean, the story, I liked it. Did you like it?
I enjoyed the story. Yeah.
I have no complaints, honestly.
I don't
It's
either.
Classic Batman stuff, so no complaints there. So we got the story, we got the characters, we got the action. I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, I don't have many complaints. I know I keep saying that.
I don't have any complaints whatsoever, except for the outfit for for Catwoman. Other than that, like, I liked all of the other things in it. I liked the action. I liked the story. I liked the plot. I liked, all of it, really.
And
There isn't too many movies that I've watched recently that I couldn't criticize. Like, this one, I felt they did a really, really good job with it.
It has a very dark tone to it. It almost reminded me like something like Bram Stoker's Dracula or The Crow. It's got this dark...
There was literally, like, no comedy in it whatsoever.
No comedy.
Even with the Riddler making his jokes and stuff, it wasn't a comedy-style joke. Like, it was all dark and, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was almost creepy-ishly, like, dark. Like it
a
was
horror movie almost.
Yeah, it was really good.
I've heard people say that. This is almost like a horror Batman movie.
Yeah.
Which, The Dark Knight was very dark tone, too. Like, the Joker was very psychotic in that movie. Heath Ledger. That was a dark... I know you've never watched it. She's never seen it.
I've not seen the Heath Ledger one,
Which is crazy.
I really want to see it. I just never seen it. I don't know. There's a lot going on in my life at that time. I just never got a
That
chance.
movie has a dark tone as well, but it's a different dark tone. It's more like an action.
Action dark,
This is more like a horror freaking movie dark tone.
Yeah.
It's almost kind of creepy looking at Batman, because he's so fucking serious in this.
Yeah, he's all like...
I'll tell you this, though. What I liked about this one that I didn't like about the Christopher Nolan, I didn't care about Batman as much in those. I felt like I was on everybody's on the Joker's side in those movies because Heath Ledger was so cool, whereas Batman in those it was like, he's all right, but like this movie, I don't know, I felt like I was back on Batman's side. Like I wanted the Riddler to go down. Like this guy is fucked up.
I did too. Like I was really rooting for Batman. And every time like he would get hurt or something, like, oh no, what happened to Batman?
Exactly, and that's how it should be. Whereas some of the other movies, it's like, man, I don't care about Batman. I want to see the Joker kick some ass.
Yeah, as far as acting, they definitely did a really good job making you feel, like making you want to, you know, feel what they were feeling. And I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a really, really smart move.
And you're not gonna see Robin in this. Robin's not in it.
Thank God.
Maybe in the sequel he'll be in it. I mean, Robin's all right, but I don't know. Batman don't need Robin. He really doesn't. I mean, maybe he'll come in there. Maybe if this movie does very well, which I think it did. Anything Batman usually does good, unless it's Batman and Robin. That movie did horrible.
Yeah, I didn't really care for the Batman and Robin.
But if this does well, I'm sure it's hopefully, what's his name? The guy who played in Twilight. I don't know his name.
I think it's Edward something. I don't
So
know.
if he sticks to this, if he sticks to it, maybe we can get more, like at least a trilogy out of this, or more, and maybe Robin they'll add. I personally want to see Mr. Frickin' Freeze added because we haven't seen Mr. Freeze.
That would be really cool. They
I
need
feel
to bring
like-
Arnold Schwarzenegger back in it too.
He won't be. He's too old, but I just want to see Mr. Freeze back because I feel like Mr. Freeze is ignored in the Batman universe. Like, he's underrated. No one cares. Like, Mr. Freeze was freaking awesome.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze was great.
Like, bring him back. Please, DC, bring him back. Come on. We always see the Joker. Joker is kind of overplayed now. Come on, we always see him. I love the Joker, but how many Batman movies has Joker been? Come on.
Exactly. Like, I want to see, like, Poison Ivy, you know, like, I want to see some of the characters that they haven't talked about.
Yeah, let's bring back Poison Ivy. Let's do a Killer Croc, you know, Black Mask. Let's see more characters. Scarecrow again. But, yeah, I mean, overall, I mean, I guess we want to go into our rating.
Yeah, we can
There's
do that.
not much to talk about here.
No.
It's your typical Batman movie, but it's dark-toned. It's got the action, but it's also got the detective work. It's got the talking. It's got the characters. I mean, it's a Batman movie. So I'm gonna rate this. Hopefully, hopefully I'm not forgetting nothing. I think I'm honestly gonna rate this 9.5 out of 10. I think
That's crazy for Charles to rate any movie at a 9.5, let alone a Batman movie at a 9.5. So that right there should tell you how good
Yeah,
this
have
movie
I ever
is.
rated anything that high?
No. Not
I
since
don't-
I've been with you.
I don't
not.
think so. I
Not
know
s-
Justice League didn't get that rating.
Not since a little over 2 years that we've been together. I've never seen you rate anything over a 9.
Didn't I give Justice League like a 5 out of 10 or something? I don't
Yeah.
remember. I didn't
Something
like
crazy.
this. I didn't like the Snyder cut. Like, oh my god, too long, too overplayed.
I'm going to say it's a 10 out of 10.
10.
10.
You're giving this a 10?
Yeah,
Really?
I am.
Well, you're a little bit more generous than I am. With
I am
movies.
generous.
She's a little bit a point above me.
Why you love me, baby? Come on now.
Wow, so you're going with 10.
I'm going to go 10, yeah.
No complaints.
No.
Nothing. Well, you said the mask.
The
though.
mask, but that's superficial stuff. It's not like it was anything to do with the plot, the story, the acting, you know, any of that. Like, it was just a stupid mask.
I thought they could have did better a little bit with like the wardrobe part of the movie, cause like Riddler could have looked a little different. Like, I don't know, he looked like an eggplant or something. I'm like, I don't know if I like that. And like the Catwoman barely wore the mask, and I'm like, I would have changed.
If you had to throw in the costumes, like if I was rating it with costumes and everything, I'd probably say more like an 8.59. But if I'm just rating it off of the way I enjoyed it, the way I saw the action, the characters all combined, I thought it was 10 out of 10.
The only comedy part too I really noticed was when they left Penguin. There's a part where he's in handcuffs and they just left him. And he's like, "What the hell, you guys, motherfuckers!"
Yeah,
that was
like,
funny.
He was like waddling. He actually looked like he was walking like a penguin. That I thought
that was funny.
Hilarious.
That's the only comedy part.
There was literally only one. Yeah.
Like maybe there's a few more, but not much.
I didn't notice.
I get it. This is the different type of Batman. This is dark toned. They didn't want to do jokes, which is fine. You know, we've already seen the Batmans.
Right, you've already seen the funny acting.
The bat nipples and all that crap in the 90s, which I do love Batman Forever, and I love all the Batman 90s ones. But nowadays, you got to be more serious, because people are going to laugh and be like, this is corny. You know, Batman has evolved. I like how it's dark tone now. I love Joker. I love it. I love how it's dark. It's meant for adults now. It's actually not even for kids barely anymore.
No.
Which is nuts. Because some people are like, you watch Batman, grow up. It's like, dude, Batman is fucking dark now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, have you seen Joker? That movie's disturbing. I would never let a kid watch that.
Yeah, that was extremely disturbing. Like, and you wouldn't think of
Unless the kid, like, wasn't trying to act it out.
You wouldn't think that it would have been that dark either.
Oh, it's dark.
But we started watching it, and there was a few comedy spots in there just because of the way he was acting. You know, because he has this uncontrollable laugh. That's why they call him the Joker. But it was extremely dark. Very,
he killed
very
his
dark.
own mom in it, right? Remember? Or his grandma, or whatever that scene was.
Did he kill her?
He suffocated her with a pillow.
Oh, that's right, he did.
Or whatever he did.
I'd have to rewatch it, but yes, I forgot he did.
And then
do
shooting
that.
Robert De Niro
and then
in the face.
he shot him at the
it was nuts.
yeah, and on live TV, even.
But I like how Batman is more dark tone. I'll tell you this. This was way better. People might hate me for this. Better than Spider-Man. Spider-Man was over freaking rated. I am sorry. That movie, I get it. Toby was in it. Cool. It's like a family reunion. It had great moments.
It did have good moments.
I'm like, it wasn't even all that good to me. Maybe I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. I don't know. I thought I liked Spider-Man. I'm just like, he's
I'm
alright.
actually a really big Spider-Man fan, and I didn't care for a lot of the characters in it. The only ones that got me all riled up was the ones at the end, when Toby walked in.
Exactly.
Once that was like, oh my gosh, Toby's here. Like, oh my gosh, like, this is great. But it was only for like 5-10 minutes, and then poof, he was gone again.
I didn't even want to do a Spider-Man review because we would have got trashed because that movie made millions.
That movie made a lot, and it wasn't all bad, but I didn't care for a lot of the characters. I didn't really care for.
I just thought it was kind of like, it was alright.
The plot was good, like the storyline was okay, but like the characters.
If Toby was not in there, I would have given it like a 6 out of 10.
Oh, easy.
Like maybe I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. Mark.
No, that's your mom that time.
Oh, that's my mom. Anyways, so we're not talking about Spider-Man. We're talking about Batman.
Batman.
My man. So I'm giving this 9.5. It would have got a straight. Oh my goodness! It would have got a straight 10 if it wasn't for like the Catwoman's wardrobe, maybe.
Yeah.
I thought she was decent, but she's still not my favorite Catwoman. My favorite Catwoman is Michelle
Pfeiffer. Woo.
Batman Returns, one of the greatest Batman movies of all time. But
Same.
It's hard to top Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
So I'm going 9.5 out of 10. It was fucking great.
I'll go with a 9 if you're going off of costumes and everything all wrapped together.
I feel ashamed I did not buy this movie when it came out, or I didn't see it in the theater. But now that it's out, I regret not seeing it. I'm going to buy it on 4K / Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm. I might even buy it for you. How about that?
That would be great. I want the Steelbook edition.
Okay.
Steelbook edition.
You find it and I'll buy it.
Mark got the Steelbook. Alright, so this was our review of The Batman 2022. Rent it, buy it, whatever you want to do. Stream it. It's great. I've heard some people say they hated this movie. I disagree. I liked it.
I liked it too.
So we all have opinions here. I don't get mad over movie opinions. Some people love movies, some video games.
Everyone is different. Like, I'm a big horror fanatic, and he's not. Like, he'll watch some stuff, but he's like, I can't watch what you watch. Like, that's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the stuff that you watch, like, how can you sit there and watch it? Like, I just enjoy it. I've enjoyed it ever since I was little. I can't help it, but he's not the same. Like,
we watched a movie called Maniac on Pluto TV. It's fucking messed up.
That was messed up.
Ooh, I might get that on DVD.
But
though.
everyone's different. Everyone likes different things. Everyone gets drawn to different things. So, that's why you have movie reviews. One person might love it, another might hate it.
Well, I don't like Rotten Tomatoes because Rotten Tomatoes, I've seen them rate movies that like very low, and I'm like, that movie's great.
Yeah.
Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Anyways, this was Video Game XD movie reviews. Stay tuned for more videos on Video Game XD. We usually do this randomly. We don't do them all the time, movie reviews.
Yeah, I don't have the time.
But if we really like a movie, we'll review it when it's, coming out. So, all right, I'm Charles Reed.
Jen.
See ya.
Peace.